Oh no, not this guy again. Just when you thought Paul Burrell had finally put down the royal teacup and picked up a sense of self-awareness, he's back, frothing at the mouth on national TV, clutching his pearls tighter than Camilla at a Beyoncé concert. Welcome back, beautiful people. It's your boy Adrian here on Meghan and Harry Tales, and today, we've got a full-blown royal revisionist circus on our hands. Now, Paul Burrell, yes, Princess Diana's ex-butler turned tabloid mascot, has decided that racism never heard of her. In fact, according to Burrell, it's just Meghan and Harry imagining things. You know, the old, they're just being dramatic angle again. But here's the kicker. He's denying royal racism while sitting comfortably on the same media merry-go-round that enabled it. You cannot make this stuff up. So get your herbal tea, your lavender honey, and maybe a neck brace, because the whiplash from this level of denial might be real. Let's drag this nonsense through the light it's so desperately trying to avoid. Mr. Burrell's statements are echoes from a different time, reverberating through the halls of history. His words, shaped by the customs and expectations of a bygone era, remind us how much the world has changed since then. He served the monarchy over 2 decades ago, under a different monarch and social climate, when traditions were rarely questioned and the royal household operated under a veil of secrecy. The world he knew was one where hierarchy and protocol ruled, and where voices from outside the establishment were seldom heard. To claim his experience is the final word on the institution's culture is misguided. Institutions are living entities, constantly shaped by the people within them and the world around them. One person's memories, no matter how vivid, cannot capture the full complexity of an evolving institution. Institutions evolve. New people, new attitudes, new challenges. The faces and values within the palace have shifted, reflecting broader changes in society. What was once accepted as normal is now questioned, and new perspectives are welcomed, even if sometimes reluctantly. The world of the 1990s is not the world of today. Technology, social movements and global awareness have transformed how we see power, privilege and responsibility. The conversations we have now would have been unthinkable back then. Conversations about race and bias have become more open and necessary. Society is finally confronting uncomfortable truths, and the palace, like every institution, is not immune to this reckoning. These discussions are vital for progress and healing. Mr. Burrell was not present for the private moments that shaped Meghan and Harry's experience. The most significant events often happened behind closed doors, away from the public eye and the reach of those who once served. His perspective is limited. He is an observer, not a participant in their story. He can only speculate about what truly happened, lacking the first-hand knowledge that comes from being directly involved. Familiarity does not equal authority. Knowing the palace from the inside does not mean understanding every experience, especially those of people who faced unique challenges and scrutiny. His denial of racism, however well-intentioned, risks invalidating others' lived realities. It is important to recognize that each person's truth is shaped by their own encounters, and dismissing them can cause further harm. True wisdom is listening to those who were there, who lived through the moments in question. Only by hearing their voices can we begin to understand the full picture and move toward genuine understanding. We must not mistake nostalgia for insight. Looking back fondly does not always reveal the truth. Sometimes it obscures the realities others endured. Progress comes from hearing new voices, not clinging to old certainties. The future is shaped by those willing to listen, learn and adapt, ensuring that history's echoes do not drown out the call for change. In contrast to the silence that often surrounds difficult topics, we have the direct and heartfelt testimony of Prince Harry and Meghan. Their willingness to step forward and share their truth, despite knowing the intense scrutiny they would face, is a testament to their courage and conviction. They bravely opened up about their personal struggles within the royal family, including deeply painful conversations about their child's skin colour and the impact of those words on their sense of safety and belonging. By speaking out, they challenged a powerful institution and risked public backlash. Their story was not meant as an attack, but rather as a heartfelt plea for empathy, understanding, and meaningful change. They invited the world to see their humanity and the complexity of their experiences. Meghan's perspective as a biracial woman navigating the traditions and expectations of a historic institution is especially vital. Her voice brings attention to the unique challenges faced by those who exist at the intersection of different identities. When someone bravely shares an experience of prejudice or discrimination, the most compassionate and supportive response is to listen with an open mind and heart and to believe their story. This act of listening can be a powerful force for healing and change. Their account revealed not only overt acts of racism, but also the subtle systemic biases that can exist within even the most respected institutions. These hidden prejudices often go unspoken, yet they shape lives in profound ways. Ultimately, Harry and Meghan chose to step away from royal duties in order to protect their family's well-being and mental health. This decision, though difficult, was an act of self-preservation and love. Sometimes the bravest act is not to stay and endure harm, but to walk away from what hurts us and begin building something new, something healthier, more hopeful, and true to ourselves. The public narratives around Meghan and Catherine, the Princess of Wales, have been starkly different. Catherine is praised as the perfect future queen. Meghan is relentlessly criticised. The same actions are framed positively for one, negatively for the other. This pattern points to deeper biases, race, heritage, and outsider status. Meghan's differences became weapons against her in the press. The comparison isn't about rivalry, but about unequal standards. It reveals who is more easily accepted into British high society. The tale of two duchesses exposes the subtle and overt biases Meghan and Harry described. Why did Meghan and Harry's choice provoke such anger? Their departure challenged tradition and the idea that duty must always come first. For some, this felt like betrayal. For others, it was a necessary act of self-preservation. Meghan, as an outsider, became a scapegoat for disrupting the old order. Their independence reflects a changing Britain, one that values personal truth over blind tradition. Meghan and Harry's decision took courage. They left behind titles and security for a new life and purpose. Through their foundation, Archewell, they focus on compassion, mental health, and digital wellness. Their freedom allows them to speak authentically and drive change. By telling their truth, they've sparked global conversations about mental health and racism. Their journey is about choosing love and family above all else. Their new path is one of hope, resilience, and the pursuit of a better life. In the end, we must choose what we stand for, denial or truth. Progress comes from listening, learning, and believing those who share their pain. Denying racism only lets it persist. History will remember those who spoke out for justice, not those who clung to comfortable myths. Let's value bravery over blind obedience and celebrate those who challenge the status quo. Meghan and Harry's story invites us to examine our own biases and build a more equitable world. Let us be patient observers as history unfolds. The truth of lived experience will always shine through.